This movie is all about a nun who falls in love with one of his students and wants him at any cost. For him, she planned murders and much more, which we will find out in today's video. The movie starts with a boy named Jason making a video on the internet to inform his audience about his transfer to a convent school called Street Adeline. He then sings a song while playing his guitar. Jason is well known on the internet for his song videos. Jason and his sister Zoe are brought to school by their parents, and their sister Rebecca, the headmistress, welcomes them. The siblings also meet Sarah, Zoe's assigned roommate, at the parking lot. She seems to have a crush on Jason. Rebecca also welcomes another nun, Sister Sophia, who turns out to be the mystery lady from earlier, and Rebecca go towards Sister Rebecca's office. Jason and the headmistress introduced both of them to each other when they got to the office, and their sister Sophia was briefed on the rules of the school. Later, Sophia lies in bed watching a song video of Jason on her laptop and kisses her screen. The next morning, Sophia walks into class and greets the students, but she sees Jason and Sarah don't notice she's in the class. They are excitedly talking to each other, and Sophia seems angry and jealous, so she moves Sarah to the front row and away from Jason. When Sophia is about to start teaching, Zoe reminds her about the morning prayer they always have before class. She instructs Zoe to take it, but while they're praying, Zoe notices and finds it strange that Sophia doesn't utter a single word of prayer after the class. Zoe tells Jason that she finds Sophia suspicious, but he brushes her off and walks out of the class. She finds Sophia suspicious and tells Jason that she finds her suspicious after the class. Jason tells her she isn't, but he finds her reply strange when she says his answer is disappointing as he is quite caught. The next day, Sophia finds Jason and Sarah sharing a kiss. She immediately interrupts them and asks Jason to return to class while she deals with Sarah. She tells Sarah she would get her suspended, but Sarah is not concerned since her dad is a donor to the school. This makes Sophia so angry that, after class, she instructs Jason to stay behind when the class is out. She confronts Jason and accuses him of lying to her about his relationship with Sarah, and she asks him to meet her in her room. Jason is reluctant since students are not allowed in the staff quarters, but Sophia threatens to get him in trouble with the headmistress, so he has no choice but to agree. When Jason reaches Sophia's room, her door is slightly open, and when he is about to leave, he sees Sophia slowly undressing and oiling herself. Jason later gets uncomfortable and walks away. Sophia walks towards the door, and she smiles as she sees Jason walk away. Her plan has worked. She has successfully seduced Jason. The weekend is here, and the students are returning home. Sophia is jealous when she sees Jason and Sarah hugging in the parking lot before they part ways. Rebecca walks towards Sophia, who informs her she would like to visit her Aunt Frances, who is unwell at home. Things are tense, and Zoe is a bookworm. Jason would like to take a year off school and focus on his music career. Although Jason's mom is supportive of his decision, his father is disappointed and insists she go on to college. His father's lack of faith in him caused Jason to skip dinner to play guitar by the pool instead. Unknown to Jason, Sophia is stalking him and watching him. She almost gets caught when she accidentally steps on a bucket, but she hurriedly escapes back to her car, where she drinks from a bottle of alcohol. The following week, when she is trying to sneak into the female dorm, her sister Rebecca sees her and goes after her. Sophia enters Zoe and Sarah's room and then puts a stick of tobacco in Sarah's textbook, but as she makes her exit, her sister Rebecca confronts her and asks what she is up to so late at night, and she tells her she is monitoring security. Sister Rebecca then left her, even though she was a bit suspicious. The next morning, Sophia asked the students to open their textbooks to a certain page, and when Sarah opened hers, there was a cigarette lying right on that page. Sophia immediately reported Sarah to Sister Rebecca and Father Macy, and they had Sarah suspended indefinitely. Sophia went to ask them to search each student's room, and during the inspection, they found a bottle of alcohol in Jason's room, the same alcohol Sophia had been drinking in her car. Sophia pretends to sympathize with him and asks Sister Rebecca to pardon him and let him stay in school over the weekend and join the sisters in cleaning the school. One day, Sister Sophia approached Jason and helped him mow the grass and fertilize the school grounds. The two of them chatted casually. Sister Sophia then unbuttoned her shirt as she leaned closer to Jason. Suddenly, Jason's gaze fell on something dense and stuffy under Sister Sophia's shirt. But Sister Sophia did not feel uncomfortable. She even looked happy because she managed to seduce Jason later that night when Jason was sleeping. Sophia went to Jason's room and tried to seduce him, although he initially protested. They got involved while Sophia secretly recorded on her mobile camera. The following morning, Jason is troubled and disturbed. Zoe is worried when she can't find her brother, so she goes to his dorm, where she finds Sophia sniffing her brother's clothes. When Zoe confronts her, Sophia threatens to report her to Father Macy for being in the boys' dormitory. Zoe leaves, thinking that Zoe might be onto her. Sophia asked Zoe to wait after class and gave her the history paper she failed. Zoe is in disbelief because she is never in any of her courses. Sophia then pretends to care about Zoe getting into college and asks her to meet her after school hours to receive the test. Sophia leaves the answer key on top of her desk on purpose. When Zoe gets to class, she sees the answer key on the table and looks at it out of curiosity immediately. Sophia walks in and again pretends to be shocked. She went on to report Zoe to the headmistress, but Sister Rebecca finds it hard to believe because Zoe has always been a model student. Later on, the bishop visits the school and Sister Rebecca welcomes him. He asks if Sister Sophia is integrating well in school. He describes her as a ray of sunshine, and this makes Sister Rebecca more suspicious of her since the Sophia she knows is strict and aloof. Sister Rebecca then asks the bishop to wait in her office while she goes to get Sophia. She finds Sophia lying about going to see her aunt once again. Since she had previously seen Sister Rebecca and the bishop during the weekend, Jason gets a message from Sarah inviting him to a party and also asking him to come along with his guitar during dinner that night. Jason asks for permission to attend the party, but the conversation turns into a heated argument about his future, and Jason storms out, unaware that he is being stalked by Sophia when he gets to the party. Sarah leads him to a room in the hopes of getting together with him, but Jason is distracted and uninterested. He walks out with a bottle of alcohol, and when Sarah tries to go after him, she realizes her car has been vandalized. Jason gets stopped by a cop, and he almost gets arrested, but Sophia shows up just in time to help him. Jason is worried about going home drunk, so Sophia uses this to her advantage and takes him to her place. She promises to help him sober up, but she instead gets delusional and asks him to leave the country with her, but Jason is having none of it. He stops her and leaves while she desperately begs him to stay. Jason sits by the road and calls his sister to pick him up, but his dad overhears and goes in search of him. When he finds Jason, he apologizes for not believing in his dreams. The following day, when Jason and Zoe are leaving for school. When Zoe sees someone drive off hurriedly in a car when she gets to school, she finds out the car belongs to Sophia. When Jason gets to his room, he finds Sophia laying unconscious on his bed, and he sees a bottle of pills next to her. He then rushes towards her and performs CPR on her, but she kisses him back. It turns out she faked it to see if Jason cared for her. Jason tells her he is going to report her, but she threatens him. Zoe calls her brother to inform him of her suspicions, but he insists she not tell their parents. The next day, Sophia asks Jason to take the prayer, unaware that her sister Rebecca was watching her from the door and noticed she didn't say a word of prayer. Sarah returns to school, and Sophia feels threatened and asks Jason to wait after class. She tries to convince him they belong together, but Jason leaves and goes on to talk to Sarah that night. When Sarah takes a bath, Sophia sneaks up on her in the shower and kills her. Later, Zoe comes into Sarah's room to meet her, but she finds out Sarah is dead in the bathroom and screams out while the school is dealing with the lost. Jason confronts Sophia, but she shows him a video of both of them together from the other night that weekend. Sophia lies to Sister Rebecca that she has to attend her aunt's funeral but goes instead to the same restaurant where Jason and his family are having dinner. And despite Jason's protests, his parents invite her to the table. Rebecca calls the hospital to ask about Sophia's aunt, but she finds out Sophia has been lying to her, so she summoned her to her office when she got there. Sophia realized her secrets were almost exposed, so she knocked her sister Rebecca unconscious. Zoe and Jason sneak into Sophia's room, where they find out she is Laura and not Sophia. She also has so many pictures of Jason. With all their gathered evidence, they go to Sister Rebecca's office, but she's not there. They go to the church, where Sophia finds them and fights both of them. Sister Rebecca comes in time to save them. She distracts Sophia from the kids and toward herself. After so much struggle, Jason stabs Sophia in the back, saving all of them after Sophia's death in the final scene. Jason and Zoe are seen after their graduation. Their parents gifted Zoe a car while Jason got a guitar, and the movie ends here. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and for more such videos, subscribe to the channel.